Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Duskers. You know, I'm a nerd. That's right, I said it. Sorry if this has shattered your illusions. I'm a nerd, and a science fiction nerd at that. Space station. And I think a lot of science fiction nerds, and a lot of people, when thinking about science fiction nerds, think about space as a thing that is, aspirational, sort of. I think we're taking the same... the reason we took all this stuff... Excuse me. The reason we took all this stuff was because I expected it to be effective. We're actually going to leave the proximity mines, I think, and take the teleporter. With sensors and teleporting, we can use the traps to deal with the things we would have dealt with the proximity mines. I'm okay with it. Think of space as kind of like the final frontier, right? A wonderful place to go. If you are enough of a nerd that you get past the fiction and into the reality, you start, learning stuff about NASA. Is that 2 drones there? That's awesome. Let's hope that we can actually get there. Then you start to realize that, oh, space is actually like a really significant undertaking. What a horrible thing. Visually scanning for demon fungus here. There's usually not any in the starting room right away. It takes a little while for it to become obvious. But the point I was making is that this game has definitely had an effect on my conception of space. I had thought about it in realistic terms. Listen, I'm not... Okay, I am. I am totally a romantic in the sort of the literary sense. But, oh, hello, leapy guy. Perhaps you'd like to go through that very interesting door that just opened. My, what could be beyond? I guess you'd better go find out. Feel free to go find out. Why, it's practically an invitation. Hey, asshole. Okay, thank you. I wish you could just slam the door on him. Why can't we just kill them with the door? That room does not have an airlock. Anyway, my point was, I've thought of space in a realistic enough way to know that I would never, ever have any interest in going to space. I don't even like to go out on the ocean. I don't like a cruise ship. There's no way. Space was never in the cards. But this game has made me think that maybe nobody should go into space. This is some really grim, just like the long battle of attrition. It's really, really grim and kind of really sad. What a miserable experience. Continuing to scan for horrible stuff. Now I saw somebody in the comments section suggested that I start flagging rooms as I scan them. In case you weren't aware, an unexplored room has a dotted outline, a room that you've never actually been in. A room that you have been in has a solid outline. A room that you've scanned has this grid pattern behind it. So the game actually does mark rooms that are scanned for you already, and you'll be able to verify that the thing I'm saying is true as we continue through this little adventure that we're having. Okay, another leaper. I guess that's why there's so many damaged drones in this room. Okay. So I didn't need to do that. This room has already been scanned by ship scan, which is something that happens occasionally as you connect to a ship. Pardon me, I had to clear my throat there. Please gather. Alright, is that all the... No, that's not all the scrap. Go forth and gather again. Alright, so... this room and this room currently house predators. We can use this room and door 30 to move these drones aboard. Okay, so I haven't seen any of the fungus stuff yet, and that makes me think I probably won't. Usually, we find it pretty quickly when it's around, because there's a lot of it. Okay, this guy has a scan thing. Wait. I had already entered the tow command, so Yoink makes him stop towing. Alright, we will get that other one in a second, but I want to... Okay, and another turret. Both of them broken down, both of them not really worth repairing, but both of those modules are worth some scrap. Alright, I thought for sure that I had entered a tow command at the end of that alias. Okay. So, get this brought on. We have really done a fantastic job as far as scrap goes here. I'm very, very pleased. So you can see, this room is now hard outlines, but no grid, and then we skin it, and it's gridded. So the game is nice enough to do that bit of bookkeeping for you. I see no further power inlets, which means that there's either one in this room or this room. We'll just flush that one, I guess. Fortunately, oh, that's my least favorite sound. Let's get in the ship and just hide out for a second while we wait for the... Actually, Dake one. While we wait for whatever that was to finish rupturing. You never hear that... Yep, that grinding sound without something like this accompanying it. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I remembered to close all the doors. It's a shame that that room is inaccessible to us now, but it's really, really good for me that I managed to get all of the stuff out of it first. Hold on. So I know that there's a guy in here still, right? This is a good source of... This is a good reason to flag. But this room should be safe. Let's just make sure. You know, the cowardly way. Okay, good. So let's see if there is something beyond this room. Oh. Okay, so that's a problem. No, actually, that's not a big deal. We are going to be airlocking that poor robot. Alright. So he'll stop in the middle of the room, which will give me time to do this. And our ship's main video signal is failing. That is crappy. This is a bad time for that. We still haven't managed to find a military outpost to make use of our military clearance. And I need to airlock that robot. Let's just scroll back up. Dake to A4, okay. Alright, we destroyed the terminal, but that is of little value to us in the first place. And we did airlock the robot. Alright, here we are. So I guess the rest of our plan is to approach from this side. I don't want to send a stealth robot through a door, you know. I've explained this before. We don't want to... The room that our generator drone is in has to remain safe. It does look like we will not be completing any objectives here, but, you know, these big space station trips are still valuable for replenishing our resources. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, this is actually pretty crummy. This does not work the way I want it to. Because room 2 really needs to not be flooded with radiation. This is a bad time for that. I don't know what it was thinking. Alright, we're going to do something that's not very safe here. Okay. If there had been an enemy in this room... Oh, there's a vent. Okay, never mind. There still could be enemies in this room at any moment. Yeah, this power inlet sucks. Right, that door is not actually powered anymore. Okay, this is harrowing. Go, 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 go. We have to get over here and close this door before a swarm comes out of that vent and ruins everything. Okay, that could have been really bad. Also, close this. Well, once again, I'm in a bit of a precarious position regarding the safety of this room. But we can, like, open room 18, move through the door quickly, close it behind us, and then if there is something hostile in here, I can run the drone through door 10 to escape at least. We know there's a safe room on the other side. That was not the case here. This could have been really precarious, because if room 14 had been inhabited, my only choice would have been to run through to room 3, and that also could have been inhabited. It could have been a real bad time. Door 18 no longer responding. Where is door 18? Okay, that's fine. We would never have opened that door again anyway. Let's see if the robot will come through. Because if it did, that would be really handy, actually. Okay. Stealth continues to be the best module in the entire game. And this, fortunately, has the rest of the unscanned sections of the ship powered. Okay. Oh, actually, this room is already... Well, yeah, I knew this room was safe the whole time. Okay, never mind. So, hopefully room 11 is... Well, even if room 11 is inhabited, it will be a simple matter to get the thing in it moved out to room 10. And then we can use it as a redocking point. Okay. Well, this is going swimmingly. Really good payouts. Pretty low danger. Pretty simple. And even if we're not making any progress on our actual objectives, still, scan every room on a Class A space station is just pretty good life advice. You know, you never see that one in the inspirational calendars, but maybe you should. I'd buy that calendar. Oh, wait, I want that open. Actually, no, I want D28 open. Come on. I may have to go through that door. Okay, no, he'll go. Okay. Scan complete. Well, that was easy and not that exciting. It also went down pretty quickly. Hopefully we can find something that will get us some movement on our story objectives soon. We've been having some pretty bad luck with that. Alright, scrap collected 9. Stealth obviously is going to get repaired. We have plenty of scrap to play with right now. Let us just trash these right now. Oops, this. Okay. Use that scrap for that. I have to say that the upgrade on the stealth module lasts shorter but recharges very quickly does not seem very good to me. There have been a lot of times where I've had to sit in a room and wait for something to move, and if the stealth ran out any quicker, I think I would have been in tremendous danger. But, you know, it's possible that what is supposed to be happening is that you're supposed to be using it completely differently than the way I'm using it. I'm sensitive to that idea. I suppose what we should do is just put 10 HP into one of these drones. Bring it on board, have it hold these in case we need them. Yeah, and then no particular expectation that we'll actually use that thing. Boy, we have plenty of jump fuel. Should I maybe just jump out of here with 2 propulsion fuel in the tank? Let's have a quick look at our neighboring districts. So we have Solaris Incognita, the land of the well-disguised sun. It's another sector a lot like this one. Not very interesting to me, actually. Actually, it's terrible. All of the stuff here is low size. What about this area over here? Horcrux. Private ship, space station, fuel depot, just like really unexciting. Honestly, I think we're bailing. We're getting out of this area entirely. We need to hit that Stargate. Right, because this sector also is not very interesting. Mining outpost, medical outpost. Medical outpost. Ridley Spear, Queen Bee. Actually, that's a good point. There were a couple of ships in this system. Or there's one. The Eos. Not what we're looking for. What is the name of the ship we're looking for? I can't even remember now. The Pandemic. Vagrant. The Vagrant. Alright. Yeah, we need to get out of here. We just need to jump to another place. And honestly, it kind of behooves us to do it quickly because our ship's main scope is starting to fail. Alright, I've arbitrarily picked this one. We're going to hold on to this propulsion fuel. Anything that's in the reserve tank can be banked. Ooh, okay, here we go. Billy, Cowhide. We do need to hit Muteki vessel still. Rama, Hackett, and Chipmunk. A new military vessel that we could take over. Okay, this sector is exciting. This sector is legitimately interesting to me. Is there anything that we need to do in the sector that we're currently in first? Every mission we undertake causes our stuff to deteriorate more. But it's probably wrong not even to try the vessel. Especially since it only has one infestation type on it. Yep, no interesting records. This is my shocked face. You can't see it. You're gonna have to trust me. When you give a gather all command, he always goes to the fuel thing first. Alright. more propulsion fuel in the reserve tank. That is a permanently installed cannon. Not useful. You know, it is worth noting that actually, if this ship's one infestation type turns out to be the fungus, this could be disastrous for us. Huh. I guess that's what the transporter coil actually looks like. Weird. Right, obviously we head this way first because this way is... Oh no, it's sleepers. Okay, cool. We head this way first because this way is where all the valuables are. So I wonder if those things are just, like, low animal intelligence, or if they're sentient, or what their deal is. Alright, well, free drone. I like it. Okay, these are not super great. Let's continue looking around while the ship comes around. I don't actually want that thing to come through right now. I'll tell you what. I feel... Are you having... What's going on here? Weird. I feel like things are going really well for us, which makes me a little nervous. Oh, stealth was on that whole time. Well, then we get to sit here and think about our lives for a moment. How are you? How's everything going? I have to say, the lack of speed with which we are making progress here is frustrating. It's a little bit frustrating. It's so hard. We're looking for things that are so specific now in order to make progress that it's really becoming an issue. I feel like we haven't gotten motion on any of our... I don't know if plot is too strong a word. We haven't gotten motion on any of our backstory of the universe stuff in like a really long time. And that is a bummer, because I am really interested in finding out the story of what happened out here. But it's just taken a lot of effort. Man, how do these things even... Hold on a second. I hadn't really thought about it. But how are these things even getting onto the ships? How are they getting around? They can't... They don't seem to have any ability to operate the doors. So how do they get into all of the little various rooms? Alright, well, thoroughness is not an issue when you have stealth tech. Yeah, dock is not a command by itself. Yeah, the stealth, honestly, the stealth module seems to, by itself, pretty much always beat everything. With the exception of the fungus. Pretty much everything. It feels maybe a little unsporting, honestly, to use. So we got 6 scrap, a drone with a couple new modules. Alright, we have to be absolutely sure that we make it to the Stargate. If I go now, I can just go with all of this stuff banked, but... No, we're going to hit the auto trade, and then we're going to Stargate. What do you have? You have a quarantine bypass. You have 7 scrap for me. Can I sell it a jump fuel for 7 scrap? Can I decide that I'm willing to accept 7? No, actually. It will not take it. Alright, well I need that 7 scrap, and I do not need the jump fuel. I guess we can... I'll give it a point of the propulsion fuel. I'm a little annoyed by that, though. I should be able to tell the thing that it's allowed to short me. This seems like a fine time to do that. Convert these extras into scrap right now, just so I don't have to remember to do it later. Actually, is this one in better condition than our current? It is, actually. It's very slightly better condition. So we'll just reconfigure the drones real quick. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, wait. Do I want to do that? Hold on. There is still that sector that potentially has stuff in it. It's not, like, hugely exciting, but it does have a techie vessel. Yeah, you know, we have to do this because it behooves me to replace my my ship that's falling apart. Okay. We'll jump out from here. This place has a Stargate too. Alright. I think we're going to call the episode there for today. Got to about half an hour. Come back tomorrow for another space station exploration. This one, I swear, is going to yield something of value. And we'll see you then.